future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Okay, buddy.
We're live. We clear?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Universal Broadcasting Network's hit afternoon show, bringing you the latest in music news, artist interviews, and more, with your hosts, Lauren Dair Owens, Ariel Fournier, and Adam Lusk. This is The Music Project.
Can't take them on my own. Oh, I'm not the one you know. I have killed a man and all I know is I am on the run and go. Don't wanna call you in the nighttime. Don't wanna give you all my pieces. Don't wanna hand you all my trouble. Don't wanna give you all my demons. You'll have to watch me struggle from several rooms away. But tonight, I need you to stay. Coming down the hall, I have killed a man and all I know is I am on the run and go. Don't wanna call you in the nighttime. Don't wanna give you all my pieces. Don't wanna hand you all my trouble. Don't wanna give you all my demons. You'll have to watch me struggle from several rooms away. But tonight I need you to stay. Cold nights under siege from accusations, cerebral thunder in one-way conversations. You in the nighttime. Don't wanna give you all my pieces. Don't wanna hand you all my trouble. Don't wanna give you all my demons. You'll have to watch me struggle from several rooms away. But tonight I need you to stay. Tonight I need you to stay. Tonight I need you to stay.
And this is the Music Project. Hi, I'm Lauren Dair Owens.
Welcome. Sorry.
I'm Justin Tinucci.
My name is Taylor Reyes.
And we rang in this show with some 21 Pilots who we'll be talking about a little bit
Later
at
in
the
the
end of the
show.
show because we got to go to their album release party. And you're leaving me hanging.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
But first, we are here talking today with this awesome band called Liberty Deep Down.
They're from Columbus, Ohio.
Just like
I don't know why it said it really weird, but they're from Columbus,
Ohio.
Is there another Columbus?
And
I'm sure
today we are
there has to be
speaking
another.
to Halen from Liberty Deep Down. What's up, Halen?
Hey, how are you guys?
We are doing swell.
Doing very good.
How about you?
I'm doing well, especially because I heard 21 Pilots playing in the background. So
Oh,
that's
yeah,
kinda cool.
yeah.
Another
Are you
Columbus
are you
band
a
on
big
there.
you're a big 21 Pilots fan?
Yeah, they're from where I live. Actually,
Yeah.
right in the neighborhood over from me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm a little jealous right
I
now.
remember my band played a show with you guys when you guys were out in LA for, I think it was 2014 NAMM or no, it was 2013 NAMM, and we were talking about that.
Yeah, it was like in between there. I think it was like that winter time
2013 and a
transitioning into
half,
2014.
Yeah, something like that. And we were just talking about you guys being from Ohio, and like one of you guys, just when Josh worked at the Guitar Center out there, you guys like knew that, like just knew them from out there before
So
they kind of
jealous.
exploded.
Yeah.
So tell me how you met the rest of the guys.
How I met the other guys. Well, Noah, our drummer, for those who don't know, he's actually my twin brother.
What?
So you met
yeah,
you
we
met
kinda-
him pretty early, like
Yeah,
You,
pretty
you guys
early.
have known
It
each
was,
other for a while.
ever since I could remember, for
Wait,
sure.
Sorry.
But
so-
I mean, him and I kind of
who's older? Just by a couple minutes.
on music together. So I think him and I started playing in local bands together around Central Ohio toward like Kentucky, and we met the other guys honestly just through mutual bands. I know Dom, our singer. Him and I met from Dating Sisters, which is pretty interesting.
What?
And Dalton, we met through Facebook, with the power of social media.
Sweet.
And as well, I mean, it was all just kind of like the mutual group of musicians in the music scene, I guess, because Columbus has a small but quite diverse music scene.
Yeah. So you guys have a pretty cool sound. Like, would you say, I mean, either personal influences or influences that the whole band takes from? Like, where do you get your sound? I mean, it doesn't even have to be other bands, but just like what inspires you to create the music that you do?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think a lot, just like any bands like, let me think a few, like Imagine Dragons or like Neon Trees. They kind of start out as like rock bands, and I think that's what we kind of set out to be. And
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of rock influences in us, but I mean, they go as far back as I know. We're very diversified in our influences. Like Dom's our singers. He goes to like Motley Crue. I go to like Depeche Mode or
Oh wow.
some of the new bands like Bad Sons or 1975. So I think they range kind of from like classic rock to like new indie pop alternative. And the way we get our sound, it's kind of weird. We're very experimental when we're in the studio, because we usually sit down in front of we have a whole studio we sit down in, and we just kind of put something together. And we're very experimental when it comes to like new technology and implicating like synthesizers and a lot of, it's called MIDI, a lot of musical interfaces.
I definitely noticed
So,
that
yeah.
at your live show, you guys had like a whole box of like all this computer stuff that was playing with your show.
Yeah.
That really helped like make it full.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, because we're sometimes we'll be on the road with traditional bands, and even some of the new artists. I know we just did a show with Echosmith. They're very traditional in the sense that they have like these like raw elements of technology, and we like to kind of like stay updated with like the 2015 technology and try to be very experimental with that.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
That's so good for you guys to like really kind of like go for something new, especially in this day of age
Yeah.
when we do have all this technology, like have the possibility to do all that. Like you don't hear too many bands. Some bands are like, I really want to keep it classic the way it should be. But I'm really excited to hear that you guys want to go like out of your way
Yeah.
and try to make something like really new.
The way I think of it is,
Thank you, I appreciate that.
As
I mean,
much-
we still, I mean, as musicians, growing up with amps and growing up with like the analog stuff, we still kind of have that small desire to want to do it, but
yeah.
I think this is just kind of what we use is kind of what characterizes our band as a live show.
I just
as
think
a live band, excuse me.
of MIDI as like just a whole nother instrument. I mean, it's not just like something that you put in because you can't like do it live. You know, it's like its own thing, and it's just as important as any other instrument. I just started messing around with MIDI. I just bought like an Alesis keyboard with the drum pads and stuff like that, and so it's a lot of fun. You can just make so many different sounds, and I think it's kind of, as long as you're not using it as something to replace that you're playing live, but more as like an addition. It's a great part of shows.
Well, I'm really excited about this. So I want to take a listen to one of your songs.
We have 3 songs here. I don't know which one, like if you wanted us to play them in a certain order.
It's up to you guys. I know I sent in my personal 3 favorites from our latest album.
Okay.
So I mean, it's whatever you guys want. I know.
What do we got?
If you're trying to go upbeat, they kind of range from like slow to somewhat upbeat to very upbeat. So
well, let's see what we got queued up first. What do we got, Garrett?
Up first, we have On Fire.
Could you tell us a bit about this song?
On Fire.
Before we start it.
Yeah, On Fire actually is that's the that was the song where we made it and we were like, you know what, let's make an album. Like, cause we were just gonna do that one as a single.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was
so like
it was
catalyst.
very interesting because it was like the most, I think, emotional song we have. Not to sound too cheesy, but it was very it was written in such a way where it was at the right time. You know, our singer wrote the lyrics, and he was going through such a difficult time that a lot of kids transitioning from like high school to college or from college to adult life are going through. So that one is definitely a personal one, and it's a slower one for sure. But I mean, it's personally, I think, all of our favorites off the new record.
Awesome.
Very
All right,
cool.
let's take a listen.
You'd like to know what's going through my mind. So many things I'm tied down by. I don't want this to change the way you see the person I'm trying to be. Misery knows, but I can't let her in. No, I won't let her win. Silence screams, but she's not what I need. I'd do anything to feel free. I'm on fire. Will you save me from the flames? The smoke's getting higher, and I can only pray for rain. Do you ever feel like no one's listening? Like life don't mean a thing? There's nowhere to hide from the things that I fear when they're right inside my ear. I'm on fire. Will you save me from the flames? The smoke's getting higher, and I can only pray for rain. I'm on fire. Will you save me from the flames? The smoke's getting higher, and I can only pray for rain. The smoke fills my lungs and I can hardly breathe. The fire burns my skin, the scars won't seem to leave. The smoke fills my lungs and I can hardly breathe. The fire burns my skin, the scars won't seem to leave. So many things I'm tied down by. I'm on fire. Will you save me from the flames? The smoke's getting higher, and I can only pray for rain. I'm on fire. Will you save me from the flames? The smoke's getting higher, and I can only pray for rain. And I can only pray for rain.
And we are back with Halen from Liberty Deep Down.
Hello.
That was awesome. I love that.
I really like the rain kind of sound again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, who would you say really influences you guys as a band, like musically?
There are a lot of influences. It's hard to choose a primary. I mean, I can definitely say that I probably Paramore like Fall Out Boy, like early Paramore Fall Out Boy were my personal
Like
influences.
2005 era. Like
Yeah,
from,
that's circa
from
This
under
ain't
the
a
cork
scene, this is
tree.
an arms race.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have been playing some like pretty awesome shows. You guys are always touring. I just saw like last year you played a show at the LC Pavilion with Fifth Harmony, and Before You Exit, you guys just played a show with Echo Smith. Like, who do you have any shows or like live concerts that you would say just stand out as like, man, that was so much fun. We had such a great time at that one, or like I'm never gonna forget that.
Yeah, I would probably shows that stand out. There are definitely two. I think definitely the LC show with Fifth Harmony was a big one for us because when we were like 10 and 11 years old,
Just growing up
we
in
had
Columbus, you're like,
we
yeah,
had cool enough parents to drop us off at the LC and go see shows outdoor there, and just to get up there and play was so surreal.
yeah,
And the second one for sure was we had an album release party in Columbus right across the street from the LC, and it was like kind of our headlining. It was actually our headlining show that we rented out, and it completely sold out within like 2 or 3 weeks of booking the show, and it was just very, very cool to just get on stage and see like your friends and family that have been there for you, like supporting you, and just, you know, even from like, I know there were a lot of people from the LC show that came to see us that stuck with us. So those two definitely were very intense.
Album releases are always great because you kind of have an extra feeling with it. Like you just put just a little tiny extra bit of something into it. I don't know. I just love album release shows.
Yeah, they're great. It's like you're basically just celebrating the awesome fact that, you know, you made something, you worked really hard on something.
Would you guys say
people are listening to it and celebrating it, and it's such a
Would you guys
surreal
say
feeling.
you're more of a studio band, like you write songs for the studio, or you write songs for the performance?
They really go hand in hand. It's
Yeah.
You know, first off, I'd say primarily we write based on how we're feeling and what will sound good to us, and we don't really pay attention to like what are people listening to now? How can we, you know, I guess for lack of a better term, in a bitter way, sell out to get a wider audience. We don't think like that. We kind of just do and write how we feel.
Yeah.
And I think that the way we write, we can kind of start to think about, okay, well, how is this going to go live, and what sort of production is going to be in the background? How can we really make the song come to life rather than just going on a stage just playing it?
Yeah.
Like, what extra can we do?
What would you say, because you guys have an awesome live show, what would you say is the craziest fan experience that you've had while performing?
Or just on stage performance or experience? Or
Greatest fan experience. I would say, I mean, there are times where, I mean, we like to let the adrenaline get the best of us, and we like to jump out to the audience depending on the crowd. And I think there was a time where I had gotten my shirt almost completely ripped off, and I think it was actually at the LC Pavilion. But I mean, they happen a lot. I mean, you know, the stuff that they say to us, they're very entertaining, and we love our fans a lot, and we love every experience we get with them. But I would have to probably say that the shirt ripping off is
That's
probably
funny.
the craziest. I didn't know there was that much love inside of someone.
Oh my gosh.
Aw. That sounds like such a heartwarming, intimate experience.
Until you think about it. And
Yeah, I had my in-ears rip out, and I was worried that my in-ears were probably gone. And I'm sure you can understand
that is the worst. And those in-ears are expensive too.
Yeah, and they're not very durable. I mean, we have to get them replaced every like 2 months or so.
Oh, I'm so
So
sorry.
yeah, they're not very fun to lose or tear.
Well,
Let's talk a bit about your upcoming album, like you said that you guys are working on, or is the album already released, or do you guys have a release date for it?
Yeah, it actually released back in February.
Awesome. Very cool. Are you guys working on like new music, or just trying to tour that album?
Yeah, well, I guess to start off, we're known as a band for kind of always wanting to bust out more songs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're privileged with like access to a studio instantly, and so I mean,
That's
this
always
album
nice.
had a surprisingly, for such a small band in the Midwest, it had such a good performance, and it even hit the alternative iTunes chart for like 2 minutes, which was
That's
very
awesome.
cool to see.
Congratulations.
So I think, thank you so much. So I think that we're gonna, we already started writing a little more material just to kind of, maintain the energy and motivation we have right now. So, I mean, there can definitely, I guess our audience can definitely expect something within a few months or so.
Let's listen to another song off that album.
I had a question.
Yeah.
What was your question, Lauren?
I was talking about this, about the new album. Do you have, what are your goals for it? Like, where would you like it within the next couple years to really see yourself be at? Like, what do you hope to accomplish with this album?
Hoping to accomplish, I think that this the purpose of the album was to kind of take that next step for us as a band, and it's evident now that a lot of, and it makes sense for bands to kind of release singles and EPs, but I think this was just the big stepping stone for us to see where it can get us. I mean, we had a very vague plan for it, and we were just gonna kind of let it go and see what would happen. But I think the goal, to answer your question specifically, is to get someone to hear it. Hopefully, someone important to hear it, and to get the critique we need back. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, just like with our EPs before, it was just kind of, we released them and they performed. And for this album, we want that critique that can really adjust our mindset. It wasn't like one of those things where it's like, okay, we're gonna throw it out, and if it's bad and we don't get where we want to go, it's not gonna happen. This was just kind of the step to see what we can do to change. But I mean, we're all very, very happy with the album, and hopefully the album will continue to get us a little further. I mean, we got so many great opportunities from it, such as shows and tours, and it opened a lot of doors for us. But we'll just have to see how it goes, because I mean, our main goal is to make a living playing music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very nice way of putting it. I liked how you worded that. So, all right.
Thank you.
I think we have Bad Girl.
Bad Girl, yes.
Yeah, we have Bad Girl queued
So,
up.
is this a song about a bad girl?
That was actually with I guess our current lineup. That was like the first song we put together, and I guess you could say that it's a little more specific, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely about looking at that beautiful piece of woman in front of you.
Hey.
All right. Well, let's take a listen to Bad Girl.
Awesome.
I'm going on to as I reach for the warmth of your touch, but it's just me in this bed, losing sight of what's right. Can we just turn out the lights? Let the sheets speak for us. Give me your love tonight. Feel my heat as I get closer. God, we really need this closure. Feel my breath upon your shoulder. 'Cause tonight you're mine. 'Cause you're a bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad girl. You're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. You got me crawling back to you. I'm on my hands and knees. You say it's over, I say no. Come on, I'm begging you, please. We got that fire, that desire, nothing can compare. You can't just love and leave. This ain't no casual. Can't tell if it's wrong or right. Can we just turn out the lights? Let the sheets speak for us. Give me your love tonight. Feel my heat as I get closer. God, we really need this closure. Feel my breath upon your shoulder. 'Cause tonight you're mine. 'Cause you're a bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad girl. 'Cause you're a bad girl, you're a bad girl, yeah, a bad girl, you're a bad girl. 'Cause you're a bad girl, you're a bad girl, you're a bad girl. And I like them bad girls. Yeah, girl, I like a bad girl. Yeah, girl, 'cause it's hard when you're mad, girl. Yeah, girl, I like a bad girl. 'Cause it's hard when you're mad. Give me your love tonight. Feel my heat as I get closer. God, we really need this closure. Feel my breath upon your shoulder. 'Cause tonight you're mine. 'Cause you're a bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad girl. 'Cause you're a bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad girl.
Bad Girl by Liberty Deep Down. We are back with the music project brought to you by Hubert's Lemonade. I love their stuff, guys. I love Strawberry Hubert's.
Just gives you that sour face.
Yes, and I have to say their little lemon mascot is really cute. I think he's a charmer. Only the best will do. So
I love the winking lemon.
yeah.
He's
So
so
we're
happy.
back with Halen from Liberty Deep Down. So I liked it. We were just talking about this just over break. My favorite question to ask people, and some people don't believe in this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What would you say is your guilty pleasure music? And some people don't like the term guilty pleasure, but who would you say is that artist or band that you like to listen to that no one would believe you listen to?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a good one. I have a lot of guilty pleasures.
Fantastic.
It is. I have a playlist on my phone where I'm like driving by myself and I turn on that music. Probably. Okay, I would have to say maybe Beartooth.
Beartooth.
They're
okay.
they're like a
Metal band, yep.
hardcore band.
Like
Yeah, they're
post-hard,
pretty
yeah.
hardcore.
Okay.
They're from Columbus, so I got.
Oh, I didn't know they were from Columbus.
A lot. Yeah. And,
I saw a little while ago that they were doing this contest where you could enter to win to have them play at your house, and they would put on like a house show.
Oh.
So you like
yeah.
send
Yeah,
pictures
and
of your
apparently
house.
house caught on fire too from that.
No way. The house
that's
from
pretty
that house
fucked
show,
up
the
right
house caught
there.
on fire.
See, the
wow.
thing is, I would win that contest, and then I'd volunteer my friend's house because while I'd want the house show, I wouldn't want my house
just take
destroyed.
a friend, or just like go to the biggest house, that I know and just take pictures
Like,
of it
hey!
without them
It's
knowing.
like, it's like not even on the outside of the house or a garage. It's like in the house.
Like, just
and then like
call up
Beartooth
your super
just
rich
knocks
friend.
on their door with their tour bus. Hey, where do you want us to set up?
Well, wait till your super rich friend is out of town and be like, "Oh, so you're gone for these dates, right? Okay,
Just to
I will
make
house
sure.
it, and make sure nothing goes wrong."
Okay, that's like a house party on a whole nother level. A
A
house
Beartooth,
concert.
dude. It would be so fun to do an entire house tour.
Oh my
Like,
god!
just
Just what
get-
you do is just have like an online thing.
Well,
go to,
yeah,
like,
yeah. You
different
just get
houses across the
submissions,
country.
and you just go to different houses, or like go to different warehouses, or just like non-traditional venues
Under a bridge.
under a bridge,
on a roof.
in the
middle
LA
of the
sewage
desert.
pipe. Yeah, totally.
Probably not the LA sewage pipe, but you know.
Imagine having a show right there on like the LA River, like right by Warner Bros or something. Just a
Well,
band.
Steve
Oh,
Aoki,
that'd be really
Steve
cool.
Aoki just shut down like all of downtown yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were like 8,000 people at that concert.
I was trying to
Crazy.
get to what was it? $1 Million Milkshakes. Didn't work out that well. But
Yeah, there was like traffic backed up all the way past the hill on the 101.
Oh, I know.
Dude,
Yeah.
traffic was ridiculous yesterday because of that show.
I was at prom last night and wait, never mind. I don't know.
What?
That doesn't apply. That doesn't apply to anything. Sorry. I
yeah,
totally
where
got,
did this come from?
I got my
We
dates
started
mixed
with
up.
guilty pleasure music. Okay, so you have a list of
So
guilty
okay, so
pleasure
that was
songs.
just one. That was only one of
Yeah.
your guilty pleasure artists.
I don't, have you? You guys are from LA. Have you heard of AFI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
it.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of all the time for listening to them back in elementary
What?
school. Like,
People would
you
make
know,
fun of you
yeah,
for listening to
I was
AFI?
fans of
Those
them
are not your
and all
friends.
that.
Wow.
You
What's
are.
that?
Those are not your friends if they're making fun of you for AFI.
I know. It's like I think it was because of the like they had that whole because I was listening to them like way back in the day, and I still listen to them
Yeah.
now, and like listen to their old stuff. And it was when they were like this like very dark kind of goth punk rock band. And so yeah, I still listen to them a lot. It brings back memories.
So your
And-
guilty pleasure is
and,
more like.
Adam Lambert. Adam
Oh,
Lambert's
okay.
my third one.
There's a good one.
I was gonna say, your guilty pleasure is like hard rock, like.
Yeah, it goes from like hard rock to maybe like I guess the Adam Lambert like glamour pop. It's very weird.
I think Adam Lambert's super talented.
I'm
Like
digging it.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
whether you
He's
personally
great.
like his music or not, he can sing. He can
Sang.
sing.
Oh yeah.
Sang
We were
with
actually it was
an
actually
A.
funny because we were he did a tour with Queen last summer,
Yes.
Yeah.
and we were actually we had a few shows in Canada, and so we were right at the border, and this is like the second time we were to play in Canada. And while we were there, we were actually going to go see Queen with Adam Lambert at some Airways Pavilion
Oh wow.
in I believe in Toronto, I believe, where we were playing. And we actually we were ready to get in, and they told us that we didn't have a work visa. So at the border, we had to turn around and get a work visa and cancel those shows and postpone them. Like, it was like
Oh.
postponed to August.
Man.
But I mean, we were just so disappointed because we wanted to see Queen and especially Adam Lambert.
I have
Yeah.
to I have to say, I'm a big Queen fan. Like I think Freddie Mercury was fantastic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Who
but
doesn't
so
think Freddie
but
Mercury is fantastic?
while I've heard some phenomenal things about Adam Lambert with Queen, I don't know if I could go and watch him perform just because I'm such a Freddie fan that I feel like it would just be different. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah.
sad I missed the chance to like I wasn't alive when he died.
Yeah,
like,
it's funny. I was actually looking up videos because I had kind of the same feeling. I'm like, what is this going to be like? But I mean, like then again, I kind of stepped out and
yeah.
looked and thought to myself, like, if there's anyone that's gonna put on a show for Queen as a frontman, Adam Lambert's like
Yeah.
the best candidate to do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But they put up like screens of Freddie Mercury singing some of the songs. So it's like
Yeah,
I
they
think
did the
Adam
whole
Lambert sings,
hologram
like half
thing.
the songs, and then it's like a video of
Wow.
Mercury singing
That's
with his
cool.
voice tracked.
But good for him. That's an awesome gig to get.
Let's talk about just like tour life. Like we were talking about your shows in Canada.
How is tour life?
Yeah, just like describe like how you kind of like
Wake
just your
up.
relationship with your band members, like what your tour schedule.
And kind of like a day in the
Your
life.
day, day in the life.
Like,
That's the word.
Just kind of describe us what happens from like when you wake up to you go to bed. Like, I know that's kind of like a lot.
Wake up to go to bed. Okay.
Sorry, but that's kind
I
of
wake
a lot.
up and then a lot happens in
just
between,
to,
and then I
just
go
to
to
start off. It's very. We've had when we started touring, it was a very different tour kind of experience than for a band who just kind of like what we did, just kind of formed together and started playing a thoughtless tour. Like in the traditional way, a lot of bands would go out into a van or a car and shower and in like paper towels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I have to say, like, we were very fortunate to have like the managers who were able to provide us with a lot. So a day in the life, I mean, it definitely costs more to tour in an RV or a bus.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, then you have to do that much more work to like pay off all the expenses you have
and maintaining it.
It's a major difference, but would you say it's worth it than being in a van?
Oh yeah. I mean, because there have been tours where we have 6 people on, or we have 9 people on, or we have 11 people on, and I guess
when it gets up to 11,
you
gotta.
We wake up and eat breakfast, and then the second we're done, we go to work.
Do you guys have
any sort of fall around there? We usually book shows, and our manager books shows at malls that are like miles from the venue. So we go there and promote, and it's nonstop promoting. We'll even do radio interviews like this and sit around a Skype or a phone or something.
Oh, very cool.
And then it's like off to sound check, and I think in between sound check and when we play is kind of our break for the day.
Yeah.
It's like nap time, snack time.
We always have to stay productive. We kind of get that kind of kick in the ass to stay productive.
Do you like
on the road.
exploring the cities, or are you always just kind of confined to where the venue is and like just gotta stick and hang around there or wherever you're doing an interview or something?
Yeah, actually, it very much depends. I know that when we were on tour with Aaron Carter, it was always a show or 2 shows in a row and then a day off.
Yeah.
And on that day off, I mean, I know we went to New York City. To walk around there for a little bit, and then did a lot of Chicago, and then I think our favorite was walking around D.C. We had 2 days in D.C.
DC's cool.
To just kind of go out and enjoy America. So it very much depends. Like if we're in like Pittsburgh or something, and we have to go play the next day, we'll probably, as soon as we're done, we'll probably go to the RV or the bus.
But when you have a place that's very historic or has a lot of sights to see, then you can kind of take your time and.
Yeah, we've gotten lucky with having days off in like the cool sites of the Midwest. And I know, especially when we were out there with you in LA. We had quite a few days off to go to the Sunset Strip and all that.
It's like, but if you're in the middle of like Indiana and you're kind of like,
From an outsider's perspective, what was the most memorable part of LA, or like what did you?
All right, well, they're always because we're out there so much. We were just out there like 2 months ago or so, and I think always we always like to. We have a tradition where we play Amplify because we play there every time we go.
Yeah.
So Amplify is always fun. We always have such an amazing turnout there, and it's incredible. So after Amplify, we grab our friends that are from LA, or maybe even new friends, or friends from where we live that are out there doing the same thing as us. We always go to Saddle Ranch, and it's always on Grammy weekend too. So we go to Saddle Ranch and just hang out and explore the strip, and that's always like
We're actually our studio is actually literally a block away from Amplify.
So anytime it's also like down the street from a couple major venues. So
Yeah.
every time there's a big concert or like the Oscars, it takes us
we can walk to probably
the Fonda,
the Palladium.
Oh yeah.
You guys are
Roscoe's
so lucky.
Chicken
All I have
and
to walk
Waffles.
to is
Yes.
Taco Bell.
But anytime
The
there's
most
a big
important
event,
Amplify's right
venue.
here.
but when there's a huge concert or event, it can easily take us 30 to 45
Oh
minutes
yeah, the
just
worst
to
is
get
the
to
Hollywood
the studio.
Bowl.
Yeah.
If there's something at the
Hollywood
bowl.
Bowl.
Oh my god.
When there's something at the Hollywood Bowl, just forget it.
So like we're not coming
you're
to
not
work
going
today.
anywhere.
It's faster to walk.
Honestly.
I live about an hour away from here, like from where I live. Yeah, but when the Hollywood Bowl comes to town or something big, I mean when there's something at the Hollywood Bowl, my bad.
There you go.
Like I have to leave probably a half an hour earlier. It's kind of
Yeah.
annoying.
Well, it's worse coming from the other direction. You're south.
Oh,
we're north,
yeah.
so we have to go over the hill.
We have to go
it's
past the
like
Hollywood Bowl.
we have to go on Highland or Cahuenga, or like we have to pass right by it when we
forgot
come
about
into
that.
Hollywood.
You know what's really funny is this whole thing reminds me of that sketch from Saturday Night Live, The Californians.
Oh, it's so true.
God. Yeah, it's like even
You take the 101 to Cahuenga, and then you go into Mulholland.
Yeah.
it's not funny if you're not from California, really.
Yeah.
And don't get it because it's like they just keep talking about freeways and
Streets.
streets.
Yeah.
And then we know where everything is. Like we've taken all those roads before.
California is like the only place where a 12-year-old kid who doesn't drive knows every big
Yeah.
street.
Yes.
And
like from
that, well,
everyone
in New York or
complaining.
like
It's like the
a
New York
city like
subway
that,
system.
it's easier because it's all just numbers. Oh, you take 5th to 42nd,
And it's like
or
a grid. It is mapped out. It is
Yeah.
so easy to navigate.
LA. You just like I feel like the people who plan this city just
The Los Angelitos love a little challenge when they're driving.
Sorry about our
Anyways,
constant
so
talk
we
freeways.
have one more song from you,
Yes. What song is this, Garrett?
Blackout.
Blackout.
So could you tell us a bit about this song?
Yeah, Blackout. That's probably the most upbeat one on the album. It's kind of like I'm trying to speak for Dom here because he put the lyrics together, and that was actually a quick one to put down. But it's kind of like the intensity of having. It's another, I guess, relationship song, and it's just like the intensity of a relationship and how it can really eat you up inside, and you kind of feel, isolated and I guess blacked out.
Yeah.
Isolated from this intense person with an intense personality, with an intense sort of scientific bond with you. So
He's very intense.
that's kind of it. That's kind of the definition of the song in a nutshell, I would say.
That's cool.
All right. Well, let's take a listen to Blackout.
I can't breathe, I can't see. Yeah, you got me on the run. The trail has got you, my heart's on, but the battle's fought for one.
Yeah, that's kind of the
So-
instrumental.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So I guess we got like the wrong.
I think whoever sent that to you sent the very, very unfinished version.
That's not good.
Oh, well, we caught that about halfway through. I'm like, well, let's
I'm
Wait a
sorry,
second.
that in.
Wait 1 second.
Where'd they get?
We might be able to find it on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on there. The whole album is.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
well, Garrett looks.
No,
We'll-
So
I'm
while
sorry
while
about that.
while that's
I'll
going,
go into
oh
that.
no worries, that was probably one of us. While that's going, just talk a bit, like a little bit about your writing process. Like, is Dawn the main lyricist, or like, is it more of like a communal thing?
Yeah, it's. I would have to honestly say, if you look at the spreadsheet of the work on the album, it's mainly, I would say, Dom and I kind of putting it together because I fortunately had the opportunity to produce, engineer, and mix and master the whole album.
Oh,
Awesome.
awesome.
And so the writing process, I mean, it kind of started with the music, and he kind of had some lyrical ideas. So he is a primary lyricist, and when we kind of have like a riff, I guess I'm sure it's kind of like the same way with your band. Like you have like a cool guitar riff, or you have a kind of like cool vocal melody. You kind of want to put that down and make it blossom into something really big. So I would say it started a lot, mainly probably like 80% of the album started with music. And Dom kind of came in with something that he was feeling. He kind of listened to it and got lost in the music and put vocals down. But as you probably saw, we like to do choruses first, just to fill in those verses. So it starts mainly, I guess, when the instrumental is completely done and locked in. We start doing vocals, and vocals takes about 2 days, 2 or 3 days,
Yeah, vocals
depending.
can take a long time.
You just
yeah,
have
'cause, I mean,
sometimes you
have
have
to,
like an off day.
record it,
or-
then double it, then triple it, then harmonies. And,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like vocals.
Yeah, it's
A lot of
ridiculous.
people don't see them as it's so much more than just one note. I
Oh,
mean,
totally.
there's definitely
Yeah.
a top line that you hear the main melody, but
I mean,
like all of the harmonies together create a chord of notes.
and some people don't realize, but it can take multiple trips. I mean, I'm working on a new song right now, and I went in, I did the main vocals. I went back a week later to do harmonies and background vocals. I went in a week after that to do a 2 more sets of harmonies, and people don't realize that it's a process. Like and then think about that for each instrument. Like you layer your guitars, you layer everything, so it's not just going in and playing it. It's a process, and so instead of hearing one
Absolutely.
consistent voice, you're listening probably to about 20 different tracks.
And what people don't understand, like non-music people, they're like, they think about, oh, studio, it's gonna be some kind of party. We're gonna walk in there, we're gonna done in one take, and then we're gonna start doing anything we can.
Professionalism is what's really gonna push you.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, taking every minute you have in the studio to really be productive is very important.
Absolutely.
And
And it's also very interesting too because I did about 5 songs on Blackout. We recorded vocals all the way through and weren't happy with it, so we got rid of vocals and re-recorded a different sort of melody and a different sort of.
So
That album took probably like a good part of like 3 or 4 months.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Blackout here.
You found
the
it on
full
Spotify.
version.
we found it.
so-
Okay,
We're
sorry.
good. So we have just a few minutes left in the show, so we're probably gonna wrap it up. Do you have like social media or upcoming shows that you wanna let everyone know about?
Yeah, absolutely. We are on Twitter and Instagram. The handles are Liberty Deep Down for Twitter, and Instagram is Liberty Deep Down Band.
Awesome.
And we start our first part of our Blackout tour, I guess is what we're calling it. We start that off in Nashville at a very cool venue called Rocket Town, June 19th.
I've played Rocket Town. Rocket Town's awesome.
Isn't it? It's so cool. It's like one of our favorite venues / cities to play in.
It's like it's
So
a
we
skate
start-
park / concert venue / like I love that place.
I really like how
it's-
skate parks
and
have
it's-
venues.
We've
Those are
always
my
had the
favorite.
opportunity to play to at least like 300 to 500 in the main big part, and we've only been down there for like these festivals and stuff that we've actually been fortunate to headline. So it's always a awesome venue. But
Awesome.
we're doing Nashville, and then we have a whole list of dates going all the way up until the 4th of July, and we open for Gavin DeGraw at our first arena or stadium show,
Fantastic.
July 4th.
Are all those shows up on your website?
They are, yeah. They're on our Bands in Town and all of our websites, and yeah, you can get them all there.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This has been a
Yeah.
lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
No problem.
Yeah, of course.
Pleasure.
All right, so we're gonna close out with Blackout. Here it is by Liberty Deep Down.
Thank you guys so much.
No problem, dude.
See ya.
It's 2 a.m. I gotta get something on my chest. So I write this down so I can't forget. We go back and forth, it's like a war for 2. I can't take this anymore, so I write this to you. I can't breathe, I can't see. Yeah, you got me on the run. The trail has gone cold, my heart's on. But the battle's fought for won. It's time to pay for the things you've done. 'Cause girl, you make me black out, no doubt. And there's nowhere left to run. When I'm with you, everything's a blur. I try
future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think.